We broke a record yesterday on Wednesday. We topped out at 45 degrees for your afternoon high, morning low at 19. You can see the previous record for that high was 44 degrees in 1996 and a good 23 degrees above the norm for that afternoon high and nowhere near the record low of negative 25 occurring back in 1994. Looking at today's highs, though, temperatures pretty much hovering in those 30s. 37 in Munising, 37 in Escanaba, 40 in Marquette, 39 in Houghton. Looking at those winds, mostly coming out of the southwest at 11 in Munising, 7 in Escanaba. More out of the southeast in Houghton at 5 and 6 in Iron Mountain. Looking at those headlines now as we go towards the weekend, we are going to be dealing with some record minimum highs. So these are actually your morning lows when you wake up. Those temperatures could actually be breaking records for how warm it has been, and that's mostly thanks to just the cloud cover we're going to be seeing the next couple of days. So we are in record territory for the next couple of days, especially where we're going to be dealing with upper 20s to low 30s at that time. Also with that, because of the clouds, and also we're dealing with a couple of moving disturbances pushing their way through a good portion of the Midwest, we're going to start increasing those rain chances as well. There's nothing widespread, just scattered, but still enough where you're going to see a good amount of clouds all throughout the weekend. By the time we get towards next week, we'll begin to see a couple of cold fronts push through. Nothing really substantial when it comes to, knocking those temperatures down. Like, we're not going to see them to the extent that we saw just a couple of weeks ago, but they're really going to bring it back to closer to what it's supposed to be for late January. And with that cooler air, the rain will eventually begin to change over into snow as early as Tuesday. But here is the setup for your Friday. High pressure will be in control for parts of New England, so they'll be seeing spectacular weather. While for the mid-Atlantic, especially for the inauguration, rain is likely, and that batch of rain also extends all the way towards us in parts of the UP. The main concern, though, will be in the early morning hours of Friday for the Wisconsin-Michigan border, because if that precipitation gets towards the UP ahead of time, we could be dealing with freezing rain. Now, that's really going to cause some very, very tricky travel. The good news is it will quickly change over into rain because temperatures are going to be rising above freezing for a good majority of the day. Overall, though, cloudy skies are still going to continue pretty much for your Saturday. We may have a little bit of sunshine coming in there, but it's going to be very, very brief the next couple of days. It's just mostly going to be those clouds and those hit and miss showers. We'll see a little bit more of that going into your Sunday as well and Monday. For tonight, though, 28 degrees, mostly cloudy. Just watch out for that isolated freezing rain as you're approaching the Wisconsin border with those winds out of the south at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Going into your Friday a little more closely, we continue with those southerly winds. It's going to be a rainy but warm finish. Temperatures are going to be hovering around 40 degrees once again. 41 in Ontonagon, 40 in Houghton, 39 in Crystal Falls, 38 in Munising, so a good 15 to 20 degrees above the norm for this time of the year. Looking at your day planner a little more closely, we wake up at 8:26 a.m. and you can see temperatures are not even going to fall too much by tomorrow night. 34 degrees. We're still going to keep those shower chances at 40%. And by Saturday, we'll drop them just a little bit more down to 30 before we bump them back up on Sunday. And you can see, though, by the time we go towards the middle and latter portions of next week, we begin to introduce more of those snow flurries throughout the region, and those temperatures also begin to fall as well from the 40s, eventually into those upper 20s to low 30s.